Have you ever felt like your heart was literally shattered into a million pieces? Like someone reached into your chest and ripped out the most important part of you? If you're watching this video right now, chances are you're going through one of the most painful experiences a human can endure: heartbreak. And I want you to know something right from the start. What you're feeling is real, it's valid, and most importantly, it's not permanent. I'm going to share with you the exact roadmap I wish someone had given me during my darkest moments after my world fell apart. This isn't just feel-good advice or empty platitudes. These are scientifically backed strategies that actually work to heal your broken heart and come back stronger than ever before. But first, let me tell you why most people get heartbreak recovery completely wrong. They try to skip the pain, they rush the process, or they make the same mistakes that keep them stuck in an endless cycle of suffering. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your heart feels broken, what's actually happening in your brain and body, and most importantly, the step-by-step process to rebuild yourself from the ground up. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Heartbreak isn't just emotional pain. When researchers put people going through breakups into brain scanners, they discovered something incredible. The same areas that light up when you touch a hot stove or break a bone are the exact same regions that activate during emotional pain. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between physical and emotional hurt. This is why we use phrases like broken heart or crushing pain, because that's genuinely what your nervous system is experiencing. Understanding this changes everything about how you approach healing. Just like you wouldn't expect a broken bone to heal overnight, you cannot expect your heart to mend instantly. There's an actual biological process happening in your brain right now. Your neural pathways are rewiring themselves, stress hormones are flooding your system, and your brain is working overtime to make sense of this major life disruption. Here's the first crucial step that most people miss entirely. You have to stop fighting the pain. I know this sounds counterintuitive when every fiber of your being wants this agony to end, but resistance to your emotions actually makes them stronger and last longer. Think of your feelings like waves in the ocean. If you try to fight a wave, it will knock you down every single time. But if you learn to ride the wave, to move with it instead of against it, you can navigate through it safely. This means giving yourself permission to feel everything: the sadness, the anger, the confusion, even the relief if it's there. Set aside time each day, maybe 20 or 30 minutes, where you allow yourself to fully experience these emotions without judgment. Cry if you need to cry. Journal if that helps. But put a time limit on it, so you're not drowning in the pain all day long. Now, while you're honoring your emotions, your brain needs new information to start rewiring itself. This is where most people make their biggest mistake. They keep replaying the same memories, stalking social media, or analyzing every detail of what went wrong. Every time you do this, you're literally strengthening the neural pathways associated with that person and that pain. Instead, you need to actively create new neural pathways. This is called neuroplasticity, and it's your brain's incredible ability to change and adapt. Start by changing your physical environment. Rearrange your bedroom, take a different route to work, try a new coffee shop. These might seem like small things, but they signal to your brain that life is different now, and different can be good. Physical movement is absolutely critical during this phase. When you're heartbroken, Your body is flooded with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Exercise is the fastest way to metabolize these chemicals and replace them with endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, your brain's natural antidepressants. You don't need to become a marathon runner overnight. Even a 20-minute walk in nature can start shifting your brain chemistry in a positive direction. Here's something else that might shock you. Your broken heart is actually trying to protect you from future pain. Your brain has categorized love and relationships as dangerous based on this experience, so it's going to resist you opening up again. This is normal and temporary, but you need to consciously work against this protective mechanism if you want to love again. Start rebuilding your capacity for connection with small, safe relationships. Spend time with friends who make you laugh. Volunteer for a cause you care about. Or even just have meaningful conversations with strangers. Each positive interaction teaches your brain that connection doesn't always equal pain. The middle phase of heartbreak recovery is where most people get stuck, because this is where the real work happens. The acute pain starts to fade, but now you're left facing some uncomfortable truths about yourself and your patterns in relationships. This is actually the golden opportunity for transformation that most people miss entirely. Ask yourself some tough questions. What attracted you to someone who ultimately wasn't right for you? What red flags did you ignore? What parts of yourself did you compromise or lose in the relationship? Were you trying to fix someone or save them? Were you avoiding your own issues by focusing on theirs? This isn't about blame or shame. It's about gathering intelligence for your future. Every heartbreak carries valuable information about your unconscious patterns, your unhealed wounds, and the work you need to do on yourself. The people who emerge from heartbreak stronger and wiser are the ones who do this inner work instead of just waiting for time to heal all wounds. Time alone doesn't heal anything. It's what you do with that time that creates healing and growth. Use this period to rediscover who you are outside of that relationship. What dreams did you put on hold? What interests did you neglect? What parts of your personality did you suppress to keep the peace? This is your chance to fall in love with yourself again, maybe for the first time in your life. Start that creative project you always talked about. Take that class you were interested in. Travel somewhere you've always wanted to go. Learn a new skill. The goal isn't to distract yourself from the pain. It's to actively build a life so fulfilling that you become the prize. Here's the part that nobody talks about. There will come a day when you wake up and realize you haven't thought about them in hours, maybe even a whole day. This might feel scary at first, because holding on to the pain can feel like holding on to the love. But letting go of the pain doesn't mean the love wasn't real or important. It means you're ready to carry the lessons forward without carrying the suffering. As you move through this process, you'll start to notice some incredible changes happening. Your confidence will return, but it will be different, deeper and more authentic than before. Your standards for relationships will be higher because you'll know your worth. Your capacity for genuine love will actually increase because you'll be loving from a place of wholeness instead of neediness. The final phase is integration, taking everything you've learned and applying it to create the life and love you actually want. This is where you get to rewrite your story from victim to hero, from broken to whole, from bitter to wise. Your heartbreak was not a punishment. It was preparation. Preparation for a love that's healthier, deeper, and more authentic than anything you've experienced before. But that love starts with the relationship you have with yourself. Right now, your heart might feel like it's in a million pieces, but here's what I want you to remember. Broken doesn't mean worthless. Sometimes things have to fall apart so they can be rebuilt even stronger than before. Your heart isn't broken forever. It's breaking open to make room for something better. Take this one day at a time. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Your future self is waiting, and they're going to thank you for doing this work.